right? Losing 10 pounds because maybe you did it someday down the line. Maybe you did it somewhere in your life. But here's the question I always ask you back. Where are you now? Did you lose 10 pounds really fast and keep that off the entire time? Or did you lose that 10 pounds really fast and just gain 20? You know, these are the questions you have to ask yourself. Ooh, we're just purging. Holidays are over and, you know, putting some Christmas decorations away. But before I started this, I kind of made a bunch of notes for our group, our Crank Online, Crank Las Vegas. There's some questions that came up in the community like, what can I do on the weekends? You know, a lot of people are really on point and they know that they're gonna have to go out, right? They're gonna have to enjoy life at some point. And we don't wanna make this like a competition style of dieting or like getting ready for a show, right? I mean, obviously the more you take it like that, the faster I guess you can say your results are, but it's not gonna be sustainable. And that's always the key here. It's not sustainable. So teaching that and showing them and going over that question is going to be a big part of, I think, today's video. Usually I just take these bad boys. You guys ever roll up Christmas ornaments? Well, I did this one and actually YouTubed on what to do for it, and it kind of seems like a good idea. So hopefully next year it's not going to be one big, you know, mess and a ball where you're trying to fight and try to fight knots the entire time. So just by already doing this, I'm fitting 2 into this small box. So not a bad go. Second question that came in is, I've been like eating well, doing good since even before the holidays, but for the most part, everyone just started. Right? It's only been not even 2 weeks yet, but since January, we'll say. Most people started on the 6th, I think it was. Whatever that Monday was. They started on the Monday after, right? So the question was, you know, I've been on track, but I haven't seen the scale budge. Now this is a very like hit at home question for me. Like it always does resonate because I'm one that's, you know, if you don't know me, I have a really tough background of eating disorders and body image issues. And, you know, as a coach, I live that way. But that's another question that we're gonna get into today. So you'll take this and instead of like, I'm gonna kind of fold here, and then I'm just gonna fold another one and keep grabbing that middle part so it doesn't intertwine. I hope. Right? That's what it seemed like it was a good idea, and then by the end, I'll be able to just pull when I'm next year for about 10 months from now, after Thanksgiving, when we pull it away. So that's a question, was weight fluctuations, right? Understanding why weight isn't the main, is not the main go-to here. Look, it's already knotted up. You gotta think of this as your progress, your habits that you're building. And as stupid as that may sound, it's the only thing that's going to last long. Because we can, you know, worry about weight all day long. And I always say, you wanna lose 10 pounds tomorrow? Let me chop your leg off. Pretty simple, you can lose 10 pounds. And I know you'll say, I know that's not what you're talking about. I get it, but that's how drastic you think it's going to be. Right? Losing 10 pounds because maybe you did it someday down the line. Maybe you did it somewhere in your life. But here's the question I always ask you back. Where are you now? Did you lose 10 pounds really fast and keep that off the entire time? Or did you lose that 10 pounds really fast and just gain 20? You know, these are the questions you have to ask yourself, because I used to do this and I used to do that. Yeah, I'm sure you did. But was it sustainable? And that's the goal of Crank Online, is to make sure we develop the habits that are sustainable for the people. So that was the other question that we want to talk about. Third one was how to get more steps in. So another way to kind of introduce walking or movement, because a lot of people are from New Jersey and are the East Coast. I'm from now the West Coast, but you know, I was born and raised in New Jersey, and the weather's nicer here, so I can't say that it's just go outside and walk. Well, sometimes it's snowing, or sometimes it's 12 below. So there's things that I do inside this place right here to get my steps in. And you want to see one of them? Here, I'll show you right now. And I learned this from a dog trainer. I didn't learn this from Men's Health Magazine. Is there Men's Health Magazine still? Yeah, of course it's Men's Health Magazine. Is there? Here, watch. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Get it? 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 37. Here, hold on. You want to make it harder? Watch this. You want 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 49, 50, 1, 2, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 60, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Nope. 67, 68, 69, 70. 70 steps right there, just within my house. So instead of me, obviously I'm talking to a camera, but if I were not, I would move and do things while looking like a crazy person. But we put that judgment in our day. We put that judgment to where, oh, it's not the perfect scenario. It's not the perfect, it doesn't matter, right? The goal is to get 10,000 steps in. It's not to go outside in your Lululemon outfit and get some steps in with your headphones on and listen to a podcast and all this other extra stuff that you put inside this one job that you have per day, right? It never was made to be 10,000 steps. Let me make it as comfortable in the way I want it, right? No, just get 10,000 steps. And if I have to be stuck inside the house, because right now Sage is sick. Look, where's Sage? Say hi, Sage. Wave. How do you feel? You feel better? She's vomiting all night. Vomitosis Sage. We'll call it vomitosis Sage. And so she's homesick. I'm not gonna go outside. I can't go to a gym. I can't do that. So what do? I'm gonna do it at home, right? And people think you want a high intensity workout? You got a staircase? Go up and down like a crazy person. It's as simple like that. And I don't want to say a crazy person because I'm crazy, right? I'm legitimately 100% diagnosed a crazy person. So I guess I can say that, right? I'm allowed to say that. So up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Set a timer. If you have your stepper, hit your steppers, right? Track on your watches. Don't make it as complicated. I feel like that's the one. I definitely want to talk about that alcohol one again, or not the alcohol. That's the alcohol, will be another video. So if you want to hear about that video, make sure you guys subscribe because I'm going to make that video this week about alcohol and pouring and going out and what's actually inside your cocktail. So as a bartender, I love bartending. I love mixology. Look here, here's the books I have, right? Let me show you. This is my staples. This was given to me. I have this one and then this one. Like I'm not just not a Jack and Ginger kind of guy, which is like from 2000. I'm not like a Ginger and Jameson, a JMO and whatever. Like I like to make cocktails. So this is the Bartender Manifesto. Teach you everything about this. When I first got into a really craft bartending job, I was awarded this after being a bar back with them, and I took on that role and I loved it. It was great. And this is from my friend Gabe, Liquid Intelligence. So it's kind of teaching the science and how to make cocktails a little bit more scientific by using citric acid and foam and mist. And it's a little bit more than just Jack and Coke, right? It's a little bit more than a vodka Red Bull. So understanding how many calories actually go into your beverages is super important, and actually what alcohol does inside the body. And does it actually make you fat? Is it really alcohol that's making you fat, or is it what happens around alcohol that makes you fat? So those are the questions I'm gonna talk about in the next video, so make sure you guys subscribe to that. Let me see what the other question is gonna be. And if you guys like this vlogging style while I do stuff, let me know, because I'm giving it a shot, because I don't wanna waste time setting up cameras all the time. Like, I'd love to do this while I'm just doing normal stuff. I write down all the time, right? Weekend strategy, sneak in your steps. I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what that says. Understanding flexible dieting. So being flexible, that'll be another video we'll put on. patience, my weight story, so understanding why you have to be patient while stepping on the scale, which we can talk about in a second. So we'll get there step by step. I did that, and then cutting in 2 weeks, that's another one, and alcohol. Those are the videos and the content that I want to talk about. But with that said, let's talk about the patience one, right? The patience of watching the scale. In order to lose weight healthy, you want to lose about maybe half a pound to a pound a week, right? And that's all depending on the person. Because if you've been in a deficit and have been in a really low calorie count for a long period of time, like say you've only been eating 1,000 calories a day and now you're trying to lose, it's really, your body still has to regulate, right? If you were at a under position of calories for a long time and or kind of ignored it and wasn't even giving the body what it needs, which is that BMR, right? Our basal metabolic rate, which is the rate or as much energy that your body needs just to kind of lay still. Put on top of that your daily movements, your NEAT. Your NEAT is your non-exercise thermogenic activity. So it's like thermogenesis, so that's like the things you do actively, whether you fidget or miss movement or your job. So those are the things you have to account for. And then if you exercise, you have to count how many more calories do you use when you exercise. So your basal metabolic rate may only be 1,200 or 1,300 or for whatever, 1,300 use for example. But then you add on all the other stuff you do, you gotta add on like 500 calories, that's an 1,800 calorie diet that you need per day just to sustain, right? Just to maintain. So if you've never been at that 1,800 calorie percentage for a long period of time, your body still doesn't know how to use calories correctly, know how to use energy correctly. So that's why they'll say your metabolism slows down, right? Or slow metabolisms, because your body's trying to save itself. When you don't feed it, it thinks it's not starving, but it's gonna protect itself, right? So it's going to save fat. It's going to store fat and use glycogen. It's just the way it is. You are not a fat, I don't wanna say burning machine, but you're not a fat using machine. When you don't hit the calories that your body needs, it's going to store. So we're gonna try to, in the group, as we try to reverse that process by what we call reverse dieting, where we try to increase the calories for a little bit of time, get them to a maintenance, and then start to go into that deficit. And like everyone else, I don't think anyone knows that they're gonna hold this physique for 365 days, right? It's usually for about 120. Right? About 3-4 months during the summertime when you gotta take your shirt off, feel comfortable, go on vacation. That's usually what people look for, and that's how we program our nutrition around that, or our eating patterns around that. Because there's no way you're gonna cut during the holidays. That makes no sense, that's not fun. Right? Right now is a good time. Right? And then from here you might fall off a little bit in like the next 2 months and like kind of fall into that spring fling, and then you bump up again, and then you feel good. So, you know, it's waves, it's patterns, and that's human psychology. We have different patterns of how we do things. So the weight's gonna change, but the thing you want to focus on is not the number on the scale. As much as, and this is me talking to me too, because I hate it, because I started off, I got up really high after the holidays, up to like 190, right? But I did it because I was eating in a high surplus and making sure I just got my protein in, but didn't really care what else I was eating. So I was eating a lot. I was putting in almost like 5-6 meals a day, trying to gain weight, but not really gain weight because I was still working out. I was just trying to increase my threshold to see where I can take it, right? And I got up to like 190, and I didn't like that feeling. So just like everyone else, once the New Year's hit, cut it all out. Holiday drinking's done, the holiday snacking and the fun stuff and going out with your family is done. Right now we're back on track. And I've made it back down to like a 185, 186 in like 2 weeks, but that was a lot because the reason mine comes down is because I was in a high, right? I was punching almost 26 to almost 3,000 calories a day, right? It's a lot of shakes. It's a lot of protein, it's a lot of peanut butter and fruit and all that other jargon. But now I've eliminated it down, thank goodness, I don't have to eat as much food, but even by seeing 186, I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm only 186? But that was like the weight I was in like September when I first started, right? So it's kind of didn't feel like I lost anything, even though I did. So the number can play with your mind a lot. And if you don't see it move, you gotta give it 30 days. Right? Don't make any changes, no drastic things, follow to the plan, stick to whatever it is you're doing, look for it, and in 30 days, it's still the same, right? No big drastic changes. I didn't say small changes because we always make small changes, drastic changes, like going on a fast for no reason or going keto and changing it all. Just stick to the plan, follow the program as it is that you're following. If you don't have one, message me right now and we'll get you in for a free trial like Crank Online. And then just kind of just wait. And if it doesn't change, now we have to find out why. Are you being true? Are you being coherent to the plan? Are you getting your steps in? Are you doing your workouts? Are you sleeping? Right? Is it that time of the month? That's such a big one. Women, is it that time of the month? Because that holds water weight, that holds weight. Are you sore? Are you injured? That holds weight. Did you sleep well? That holds weight. Did you eat a lot of salt the day before? That holds weight. So many things. So don't let weight, I want you to wait. And don't let the weight and the scale kind of ruin your day. Try it for 30 days, and we'll get into it. Man, this is a long video. What time is it? I don't even know. How long have we been going for? Doesn't say. 16 minutes. All right, guys. So comment, let me know what you think, and also make sure you guys subscribe because I got those other 2 videos coming out and I can't wait to show you. See you later. It's Pete from crankvigs.com. I'll see you later. Peace out, people.